स्क्रीन विजिबल है?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
In the previous lecture, we have learned about learning in neural networks. We have learned 3 types of learning techniques: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Next is about your fuzzy logic, next chapter. So here we will discuss the introductory points of fuzzy logic. And the first thing, what is the meaning of fuzzy? Yes, can anyone tell what is fuzzy? Yes, can anyone tell about what is fuzzy? The meaning of fuzzy means? Yes, Abhishek, what is fuzzy?
I'm so clear now, जिसकी John सी चीज
Yes.
clear now.
Yes, fuzzy means the things which are not clear or which are vague, which are imprecise, which are imperfect. Okay, or we are having some values that are having uncertainty. So all these terms are suitable for a term fuzzy. So fuzzy means not clear or vague. So in the real world, many times we will have situation that can determine whether the state is true or false. So there is a fuzzy logic that will provide the flexible reasoning for the suitable answer. So we will consider the inaccuracies and uncertainties in number of situations. So for these kind of situations, we will use the fuzzy concepts. So like in Boolean systems, in binary systems, we are having two values, 1 and 0, that will represent the state whether it is true or false. Mostly 1 means true and 0 means false. So these are the two states in which we can define that whether a particular condition is described as true or false. So we will assign the two values 1 and 0, the binary values. Similarly, in this fuzzy logic system, there is no logic for absolute truth and absolute false. So in fuzzy logic, we will consider the intermediate state between 1 and 0. Okay, like in binary system, if we will consider a situation that whether it is a cold today, then we will have two possible answers. Yes, it is cold today, or yes, it is not cold today. So if it is a cold true state, then we will assign value 1 to it. And if it is not cold, then we will assign value 0 to it as per Boolean logic. But in fuzzy logic, as I already described, that it will consider the intermediate state. So for the same condition, the same question is whether it is cold today, then we are having the three possible answers like yes, it is very much cold today, or it is a little cold today, or it is a very less cold today. So we will assign the values based on these three conditions. So we will have note the predefined values as 1 or 0 as in Boolean logic. In fuzzy logic, we will have intermediate values. So we will define the values between 0 and 1 to these three states. So like in very much cold conditions, we will assign value 0.9. And for little cold, it is 0.25. And for less cold, it is 0.1. So it is up to the user which value should be assigned to a particular parameter in a fuzzy logic. So I mean to say that in fuzzy logic, we will consider the intermediate values between 0 and 1, not specified values like in Boolean logic. So this is about your fuzzy logic concepts. Next is about the architecture. This is the architectural overview of fuzzy logic. Just wait, students. Students are joining. So in the fuzzy logic architecture, we are having 4 building blocks. We are having fuzzifier, rule base, defuzzifier, and inference engine. These 4 are connected into a fuzzy logic architecture. We will apply input. We have undefined input to the fuzzifier, and then it will be these inputs are processed in the inference engine, and these are given to then defuzzifier, and the other input of defuzzifier is from the rule base, from the knowledge base or rule base, uh, and then after the defuzzification we will get the output. Now what these 4 components will do, what are the functions of these? Now we will first consider the rule base. Rule base will contain the set of rules. It will basically contain if-then conditions that are provided by the experts to govern for decision-making system. So on the basis of linguistic information, we are having certain rule base that is formed into the if-then conditions. Like in other programming languages, we are having certain statements. If then, if else, if then, for loop, these kind of statements are in your high level languages. Same set of rules are also applicable into this fuzzy system. In this, we are having set of statements. These set of statements are known as rule base or set of rules, and these are mostly if then conditions. So these conditions are used for deciding for making certain decisions into the uncertainty environment. So we are having various kind of these if then conditions. So most of the recent advancements are there in rule base. Next is the fuzzification process. Fuzzification is basically used to convert the input, the crisp numbers, into some fuzzy sets. So the inputs that are given, they are converted into fuzzy inputs. Crisp inputs are basically the exact inputs that are measured by the sensors, and they are passed on to the control systems for the processing, like in temperature or in pressure control environment. So these precise inputs are given to the given for fuzzification, in which these precise inputs are converted into the fuzzy sets, the fuzzy inputs. Next, these fuzzy inputs are applied to the inference engine. Inference engine will determine the matching degree of current fuzzy input with respect to each rule and decide which rule are to be fired according to the input field. So the fired rules are combined to form the control decisions. The next block is defuzzification, that is used to convert the fuzzy set obtained from the inference engine into the crisp values. So there are several defuzzification methods that are available, and the best suited one is used for specific expert system for the reduction of errors. So this is the architecture of your fuzzy logic system. Clear to everyone? The functions of these 4 blocks are clear?
Yes.
The next is about membership function. Membership function is basically a graph that will define how much, how each point is in the input space is mapped to a membership value between 0 and 1. Input space is often referred to as universe of discourse or universal set U, which contains all the possible elements of concern in a particular application. We are basically having 3 types of fuzzifiers: singleton fuzzifier, Gaussian fuzzifier, and trapezoidal or triangular fuzzifiers. So next is what is fuzzy control. Fuzzy control is a technique that will have a human-like thinking into a control system. So just like the human brain think, your fuzzy control system also work on that factor. It will also uh, uh, take decisions based on certain situations. Uh, so basically, it will control the human. It will just act like a human mind will do. So it may not be designed to give accurate reasoning, but it is designed to give acceptable reasoning. So it can emulate human deductive thinking. That is the process people use for the conclusions from what they know. So any uncertainties can be easily dealt with the help of the fuzzy logic. So based on these things, we are having certain advantages of fuzzy logic systems. Those advantages are: the first advantage is this system can work with any type of input, whether it is imprecise, distorted, noisy information. The construction of fuzzy logic system is easy and understandable. Fuzzy logic comes with mathematical concepts of set theory and reasoning that is quite simple. So fuzzy logic is very simple to understand. It can provide a very efficient solution to complex problems in all the fields of life, as it resembles the human reasoning and decision making capability. The algorithms can be described with very small data, so there is less memory that is required for fuzzy logic system build-up. So these are some advantages of fuzzy logic system. Disadvantages of fuzzy logic systems are: many researchers are proposed different ways to solve given problems with fuzzy logic, which lead to ambiguity. So there is no systematic approach to solve a given problem through fuzzy logic. Fine, as I already told to you that fuzzy logic में basically क्या है कि कुछ भी आपको imprecise given inputs हैं, उसको आपने fuzzification करके उसको एक desired result तक लेके आना. ठीक है, this is the concept. अब हर एक जो रिसर्चर है वो हर एक इनपुट को अपने तरीके से फजीफाई करेगा. ठीक है, अपने तरीके से उसका रूल बेस तैयार होगा. ठीक है, उसकी जो स्टेटमेंट्स है वो वेरी करेंगी. ठीक है, बिकॉज वी आर हैविंग नॉट स्पेसिफाइड इनपुट, वी आर हैविंग ए वेग इनपुट. So every user can take this vague input in its own way. ठीक है, so there is a possibility that we will have not a systematic result for certain problems. So this is the one disadvantage. Second is proof of its characteristics is difficult or impossible in most cases, because every time we do not get mathematical description of our approach. So as fuzzy logic will work on precise as well as imprecise data, so there is a time inaccuracy that is compromised. So these are the three disadvantages of fuzzy logic systems. Next are the application area of fuzzy logic. We are having a vast number of applications in fuzzy systems, like it is used in aerospace field for altitude control of spacecraft and satellites. Fuzzy logics are used in automotive systems for speed control and traffic control. They are also used for decision making support systems and personal evaluation in large company business. It has applications in chemical industry for controlling the pH value and for drying for chemical distillations processes. Fuzzy logics are also used in natural language processing and various other intensive applications in artificial intelligence. Fuzzy logics are also used in modern control systems like in expert systems. They are also used in neural networks that will mimic how a person would make decisions, only much but in a faster and accurate way. So it is done by aggregation of data and changing into more meaningful data by forming the partial truths as fuzzy sets. So these are the vast applications in fuzzy field. Yes, clear to everyone the concept, advantages, disadvantages, architecture and application of fuzzy logic. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is about the classical and fuzzy sets. So first thing is, what is set? Set is defined as a collection of objects which share certain characteristics. So we are having two types of sets. One is known as classical set. Second is known as fuzzy set. Classical set is collection of different objects. For example, set of students passing grades. Each individual entity is in a set is called a member or an element of a set. The classical set is defined in such a way that universe of discourse is split into two groups of members and non-members. So in the classical sets, we are having no partial membership that is existed. So either either a member is either an element is a member of a set or it is not a member of set. So we are having only two conditions in classical set. Let us suppose A is a given set and the member functions can be used to define set A by mu A. So the membership function is mu and A is your set. X is its function. So it can have two possible values, either 1 or 0. It can have value 1 if X is a member of A, and it has a value 0 if X is not a member of A. So in membership functions, so the membership function of a classical set will be defined having two values 1 or 0. Either the element is a member of set or it is not a member of set. If it is a member of set, then it is defined as 1. If it is not a member of set, then it is defined as 0. So next are the operations of classical set. First operation is the union, in which we are having two sets A and B and one universe of discourse X. So union of the set A and B will be defined as A union B. It is equal to the brackets X by X for set A or X for set B. So this is known as, this operation is also known as logical OR operation. Next is intersection. Intersection operation is similar to logical AND operation. So intersection of a set A with set B is given as X by X is a member of set A and X is included into a member of B set. Complement. Complement is inverse. So the complement of A will be described as A bar for its complement. So these are the certain operations on classical sets. Next is the properties of classical sets. Properties are like commutativity, associativity, distributivity, idempotency, identity, transitivity. So these are certain properties. These are the properties just like the properties in your Boolean algebra. We are having the same set of properties in classical sets also. Like in commutativity, if A union B is equal to, if A is union with B, then it is equal to B is union with A, or A intersection with B is equal to B intersection with A. Associativity is like A union with B union with C. So it can be described as A union B with union C. Like in the same way, we can define the intersection. A intersection in brackets B intersection with C. So it can be also defined as A intersection with B in brackets and whole will be intersection with C in the associativity. In distributivity, we will have the intersection and union. Both are combined into a same function. So A union with, in brackets, B intersection with C. It is equal to A union B intersection A union C. So in the same way, we can define A intersection with B union C. So it can be equal to A intersection with B union and then A intersection with C. So this is the property of distributivity. Idempotency, A union with A is equal to A and A intersection with A is equal to A. Identity. In this, if A is A union with null factor phi, it is equal to A intersection with X is equal to A intersection with null factor is equal to phi, and A union with X is equal to X. Transitivity. If A is contained in B and B is contained in C, then we can write that A is contained in C. This is the property of transitivity. So these all are the fuzzy operations and fuzzy properties. Clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the fuzzy set are the sets that are having degrees of membership between 1 and 0. Fuzzy sets are represented with tilde characters. For example, number of cars that will follow the traffic signal at a particular timeout of all cars present will have a membership value between 0 or 1, 0 and 1. Partial membership functions exist when member of one fuzzy set can also be a part of another fuzzy set in the same universe. The degree of membership truth is not same as probability. Fuzzy truth represents membership in the vague as in defined set. So you can define the fuzzy set with a tilde character. आप ऐसे वेव फॉर्म ड्रॉ कर दोगे अगर आपने किसी करेक्टर को एज ए फजी डिफाइन करना है. जैसे अभी आप यहाँ पर ए देख रहे हो, ए के ऊपर आपको एक स्मॉल साइन वेव दिख रही है. दैट इज द टिल्ड करेक्टर दैट विल डिफाइन दैट दिस ए इज अ फजी वैल्यू. So this A is the universe of discourse. U can be defined, the union can be defined for the set of ordered pairs, and it is given by this equation. So if we will define the universe U in a discrete or a finite value, then it can be defined with the help of membership functions, like in this equation. So every element is described as a membership function in a fuzzy set, having some finite values. Fuzzy sets also satisfy certain properties of classical sets. The common operations are like the union, the intersection. Like in union operation, fuzzy set C is a union of fuzzy set A and B. So in this way, you can also describe this operation in fuzzy set. C के ऊपर आपके पास है a tilde character. ठीक है, this will define that C is a fuzzy set. So it is equal to A fuzzy, B fuzzy set. So A fuzzy set union with B fuzzy set is equal to C fuzzy set. So this equation will define the union, and this is its membership function. Membership function of C is equal to maximum of mu AX comma mu BX. In the similar way, we can define the intersection property of fuzzy set. Like fuzzy set D is intersection of fuzzy set A and B. So D is equal to A fuzzy set intersection with B fuzzy set. So its membership function can be defined with a minimum number. So it is equal to minimum of mu A x comma mu B x. Like in union, we will define the maximum of the two sets. Membership function will be maximum of the two fuzzy numbers A and B. But in intersection, it is the minimum number between the two fuzzy sets A and B. complement of fuzzy set is described in this way. It is equal to E is equal to C complement of AX. So in membership function, we will define it as mu EX is equal to 1 minus mu AX. So membership function of a complement E fuzzy set is equal to 1 minus membership function of AX, A fuzzy set. Some other useful operations on fuzzy sets are like its algebraic sum, like membership functions can be added, like mu A plus B is equal to mu AX plus mu BX minus mu AX into mu BX. Mu is here defined as a membership function. So membership function of A plus BX is equal to membership function of AX plus membership function of BX minus membership function of AX into membership function BX. Algebraic product of the two elements, fuzzy elements, are membership function of A into BX is equal to membership function of AX into membership function of BX. This is algebraic product. Bounded sum, the another operation is mu A XOR with BX. It is equal to minimum of 1 minus mu AX plus mu BX. Mu is here membership function. AX and BX are the two fuzzy sets. Bounded difference. Bounded sum is defined as A XOR with B, and bounded difference is defined as A XNOR with B. So membership function of A XNOR with B fuzzy set will be equal to maximum